Golfers, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered how the tour players are actually engaging their hips in the golf swing? Well, in this video I'm going to help you with a drill that is going to take your hip game from this to that in a matter of swings. We are on the third hole, which is a par 5, so we're gonna need a good tee shot with the driver. And this is going to be the best moment for me to show you how to use the hips better in the golf swing. But before we do all that, I'm going to talk to you about the wrong way of not using the hips in the golf swing. So most of the time when we see players not having the correct distance with the driver, or that they are complaining that they are not hitting the driver as far or as long as they would wish, basically what we saw with all of them is that during their downswing, they're not engaging the hips enough. So basically, they're just trying to pull the handle down, or they try to hit the ball with some power, but that power is generated by their hands. Now, in this way, we can't really generate too much speed, and there's not too much momentum through the ball. And when that happens, we are losing a lot more than speed. We are losing our consistency, and we are also losing the correct numbers to hit up on the golf ball. So most of the time when we see that, the driver is actually going to move downwards into the ball, which puts way too much backspin. So too much backspin means that the ball actually flies with the handbrake on, so it cannot fly too far. How that motion looks like, they go to the top of the backswing and they pull really down on the club, and they just try to hit the ball with their hands. And sometimes they might even take a divot with the driver because the club is actually working so much down into the golf ball. So have a look at the next swing from face on and down the line. Have a look how those hips are working and try to compare this motion with yours, because maybe you are having this problem. We just saw how we don't want the hips to work in the golf swing. We would like them to be a bit more active, because if they are more active, we're gonna have a bit more club head speed through the ball, and we're gonna generate better impact conditions between the club and the ball. So what I would like you to do is to take 2 alignment sticks, and we're gonna place them in the ground like this. So I'm gonna take the setup at the ball, and now behind me, I'm gonna put the alignment stick towards my target. And where I'm going to put the alignment stick is about 1 foot away from my stance, and then about 2 feet away behind me. And in this way, I'm going to create some sort of an object that I want to hit. Now the other alignment stick, I'm going to put it through the belt loops of my trousers. I'm going to leave a lot more alignment stick on my lead side, because I don't want to hit myself with my right arm in the alignment stick. And in this way, I'm actually gonna be able to touch them. So let's make a few practice swings. So ideally what I would like you to do when you try this drill is, when you make the backswing, the first thought you have in the downswing is going to be to touch the 2 alignment sticks before the hands are coming too much down in the downswing. So how I'd like you to do this is in the following way. So backswing, and now the first thing, I try to touch them. You see they're still far away, but I would like you to touch them before you make contact with the ball. I already touched them, and the driver is somewhere in the middle of my stance. And in this way, I'm ensuring that the hips are actually going first through the downswing. So one more time, let's just try smooth. So backswing, downswing, I'm trying to turn the hips first, and I just try to touch them before the club head is gonna reach the tee. So let's try again. Let's put a bit more speed in the swing. Same kind of sensation. So backswing. Okay. I think the club head touched the tee before the alignment sticks hit. So let's try one more time. So I'm a bit too close now. You'll figure it out. If you are too close, the drill is going to be way too easy. So if I start like just a pound between them, now if I just move the hips a little bit, you see the club is just halfway in the downswing and the alignment sticks touch. but this might be a really good starting point if you are not used to use your hips in the downswing. But for me, I'll just leave probably about 2-3 palms between them. Now let's try again to touch them. So that's my sensation for the impact. Now let's give it a go. Now I could hear that the alignment sticks hit first and then the driver hit the tee. And now I already have a pretty good sensation for how to do the drill and then what I would like the hips to do during the downswing. Now let's put one more ball. And I'm gonna have first a practice swing. So I'm not gonna have the helping that the two sticks are providing. So I'm gonna go backswing. That would be the sensation. And then I'm just letting the hips go all the way through the downswing and follow through. So once the hips are starting, don't wait for the club to come. The hips are gonna go first and then the club is gonna catch up. So let's take the step at the ball. Let's make the feeling again. That would be the sensation I want in the downswing. And now let's just send it with the hips. So that would be how I'd like you to try to use the hips in the swing. Now, in case the hips are not working at all in the swing, you're gonna see that you're not even going to touch the two sticks at any point. So the more you try to engage the hips to turn them into the downswing, the easier and the quicker the two alignment sticks are gonna touch, and then the club is gonna come and hit the ball. So now we know what we want to do during the downswing and how the hips should work. Let's go back on hole number 3 and let's give it one more try, but this one is going to be a really good drive. So we were on the driving range, we tried the drill, we saw how it actually works and how it enables our hips to go first in the downswing and then to keep that momentum through the ball, and then actually the club is accelerating all the way through the ball. Top of the backswing, and now I feel this is like an extreme exaggeration that I want first to touch those alignment sticks in the beginning of the downswing. So let's give it a try. Backswing, practice swing, that way. So I have a pretty good sensation on how to do the move. Let's go and do one more practice swing without the sticks. And now let's just send one down the fairway. That is going to be the drill that I wanted to practice next time you go to the driving range, and it's going to help you to actually increase your club head speed, hit through the golf ball with ease, create a lot more distance, and all the other benefits are actually swinging better. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment, and I will see you next week at the Solution Golf.